Hello and Happy New Year! My name is Katie and this is Catherine the 19th. Today I am coming at you from my room at my parents' house where I have been spending the holidays. I had a lovely Christmas, very busy, but lots of fun spending time with my own family and with Dan's family. And tomorrow is New Year's Eve. I thought today I would do a little bit of a year in review for 2017 to look back on everything that I did and accomplished this past year. Rewinding all the way to January 2017. Welcome to January 1st, 2017. 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1! Happy New Year! I started the year off in school. I remember writing my New Year's resolutions and thinking about my goals for the year and really deciding that 2017 was going to be the year where I started to seriously focus on videography as a potential career. During January, I worked a lot on applying for the Adobe Creative Residency, which I didn't end up getting, but I focused a lot on producing new original video content and creating a videography portfolio. Another significant thing that I started in January was making daily vlogs. I did Vlogmas last Christmas and I really enjoyed it, so I decided that I was going to continue by making 5 videos a week, so a vlog every weekday in 2017. That was the goal at the beginning anyway. In February, it was all about New York. Myself, Dan, and Emily went on a trip to New York City during Reading Week where we explored the city, saw the sights, and I made lots of fun videos.
I lost my body in the summer storm, somewhere over the ocean. And I think my mind may also be gone. On the floor.
That was my first big trip of 2017, and there were many more to come after that. Another thing I did in February was make my Sarah Dici video, which did really well and got the attention of one of my favorite YouTubers, so that's a fun memory. Here we go, fam. It has been quite a day. I've just been here doing the hustle, getting the grind in. March was a pretty uneventful month. Spent a lot of time working on schoolwork. It was the last month of winter term, so there was lots of essays and assignments to be working on, but I continued my 5-day-a-week daily vlogging. April was exam season. I was working on finishing up all of my school from the past term. I continued to make my daily videos, and I really started to focus on how I was gonna make videography an income for myself during the summer. At this point, I decided that I was going to take the summer off to launch my freelance videography business, and I was going to networking events and meeting with potential clients and getting work laid out for myself for the summer. I just went to the campus print shop to get my business cards printed, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. They look pretty good, I think. So I'm gonna go to this networking event tonight. Of course, another big life event in April. I got engaged on April 13th. I asked Dan to marry me, and he said yes. I asked Dan to marry me, and he said
yes.
Yes.
That's how it works.
During May is when I really started to kick off my freelance video work. I was out of school and had total freedom, so I was bouncing back and forth between being at home and in Toronto. I was in Toronto with Dan and Emily and at home working with my clients. So this morning we are packing up and heading to Toronto. So hopefully the whole process goes well. I think we're pretty much ready to go.
Pretty good.
Home now because I have a meeting with a client at home tomorrow. So I'm taking the train home tonight, but I need to start packing. I like going home, but I also don't like leaving. I'm just kind of like all over the place in my life. I dedicated all of my time to my freelance work and to my YouTube channel, and honestly, it was pretty challenging. This is when I started to learn that being a solopreneur or working on my own is really challenging for me because I love to be around people, and so I spent a lot of the time pretty lonely working by myself. In June, we went to LA.
I don't think you're ever gonna need caffeine. We're on the high of leaving on vacation. It is now just before 5 a.m. and we are rolling out in perfect timing. Gonna head to Union Station, get the train to the airport now. We're about to leave on a long hike. Right, Emily?
So, the interesting thing about this hike is that it's actually apparently kind of like off limits, or like you're not supposed to do it. We are now on Melrose Avenue.
We've been killing time just trying to skip that 9 to 5, that 9 to 5. Restless, happy souls, not so just doing what we're told. Yeah, what we're told.
Emily and I traveled to California together in mid-June, just in time for my 21st birthday. We hiked to the Hollywood sign, we explored Melrose Avenue, we went to Santa Monica and to Venice Beach. And after our days spent in LA, we headed down to Anaheim for my first ever VidCon. VidCon, here we go. Hey everybody, this is the biggest moment of my YouTube life. This is Danielle. Introduce yourself. What do you do?
I'm Danielle. My channel is Paragetta, and I do DIY videos.
And she told me that she recognizes me from my videos, guys. And I've never had
Videos are awesome.
Thank you so much.
We don't have to go home. We don't have to go.
Versus Blue once again.
Look who I'm with. Such cool people, right? How did I find myself here, though? We got to meet a bunch of our favorite YouTubers, go to fun parties, get cool free stuff, go to cool panels. Overall, my trip to LA was a total dream trip, and I would love to go to VidCon again. In July, I continued with my freelance work and going back and forth between home and Toronto. But I also got to visit my friend Alexandra in Winnipeg. I drove out there with my dad and then flew back afterwards, and I spent the week with Alexandra's family, and she showed me around her hometown. Nearing the end of July and the beginning of August is really when I started to feel the pressures of freelance and YouTube building up. Whenever I allow myself to acknowledge that, I might actually be trying to make this into something more than just something that I do for fun, I become so preoccupied with the numbers, checking my subscriber count every day, looking at my Instagram following every day, seeing how many views each of my videos get, trying to figure out what clickbait title will be most effective at getting people to watch my videos, all this kind of thing. And so far it hasn't, in these last 6 months of trying to make videos 5 times a week, it hasn't really gotten to me until really recently. I am going to be taking a break from YouTube for the next couple weeks. And admittedly, these were definitely pressures that I was putting on myself. I started to really feel down about not making enough progress on my YouTube channel, not having enough clients, and overall, I was just feeling the strain from being by myself a lot of the time, and that's really difficult for extroverts like me. So in August, I decided to take a break from YouTube. I stopped making my 5 videos a week and just took some time to think about what my priorities were, continued working on freelance work, and sort of relax and try to take some time for myself. Near the end of August though was the really exciting part of my summer. I went to England.
I need a meter at my next show, sending XOs like a game plan. XOs looking retro in the Ray-Bans. Thinking that she loyal, better listen very closely. Got my name all in a phone with the kissy face emoji with that confidence. She says I'm full of myself. I'm looking through a playlist and man, it's full of myself. So now I'm feeling kinda justified. Break the door and bust inside.
Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Yeah. Put your hands together.
I went to England to visit my friend Kristen and her husband. I stayed with them and she showed me around London. It was my first ever time traveling to Europe and it was a really, really fun time. When September rolled around, I started my 4th year of university. Even though I was in school full time again, I was working on my freelance stuff on the side, which the balance was difficult, but I eventually found it and found it really satisfying to be able to do both at once. In October, the schoolwork of fall term continued and I went wedding dress shopping with my friends, my mom, my future mother-in-law, and Dan. We didn't find a dress, but it was kind of fun and sort of signified the beginning of really planning this wedding. November was more school and lots of it. It was the last month of classes for fall term, so there was a lot of essays, a lot of assignments, and just a really busy time for school. Didn't do much else, but I did continue my freelance work on top of it all. In December, we wrote our final exams and then headed off to Montreal for a short trip before Christmas. We explored the historic sites, ate lots of poutine, great vegan food. It was a really fun time. Another great trip with Dan and Emily. Of course, December also included Vlogmas, which I wasn't entirely successful at, though I did make a good number of videos. I really wasn't as active at making YouTube videos since I took that break in August. I did come back and I made more, but never at the same rate that I had started with at the beginning of the year. So Vlogmas was a good chance to try and get back at that daily pace, though I did miss a number of them. And finally, the year ended off with some really fun Christmas celebrations. Dan and I were very busy going to all of our family events, 6 Christmases in 3 days. But it was definitely worth it. It was really fun to get to spend time with everyone and have a lot of good family time, even though it meant zero productivity in terms of YouTube. Overall, 2017 was a really good year. I ended up using this notebook very seldom, but it does say 2017. I wrote a couple goals for myself for 2017, and they were make 260 YouTube videos. I definitely didn't do that, but I would be interested in counting. Number 2, exercise 2 times a week. No, though I was pretty diligent about it for the first 4 months of the year. We'll take another crack at it in 2018. And 3, travel/go on an adventure. I would say that I completed that one like times 10. I went to New York, LA, Winnipeg, London, and Montreal. So, oh, and I didn't even talk about how I went camping in August as well. I've been all over the place. I think that I exceeded my 2017 goals just by the fact that I outpaced my 3rd goal way more than I ever thought I would have. So, I don't know if I have any specific goals for 2018 at this point, but I should start thinking about them and writing them down. I want to make more videos, as always. That's always the goal because I love doing it. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I don't want to get too busy or get too lazy to make YouTube videos. 2018 is going to be a wild year. I can only really see up until June where I'm going to be, and after that it's a mystery to me as of yet. So make sure you stay tuned because I'm sure that 2018 will be a wild adventure, and hopefully I'll be filming it all for you. Thanks so much for watching my videos this past year, whether you started during Vlogmas or have been with me since January. I appreciate it all the same. I really love getting comments, so make sure you comment below some of your favorite memories from 2017, and I hope to see you in the comments in the new year. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I love you all. I hope you're following your dreams, and I will see you in 2018. Bye!